Hello and a happy new year. Nice to have you join us on the first edition of Newsroom series for the year 2025. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Today we'll be focusing on the South-South region. But before we get into that, let's have a look at the top stories making rounds at the moment. As Nigerians usher in the new year with prayers and thanksgiving, the president is looking forward to a brighter 2025 for the nation. In a New Year message, President Bola Tinubu says that as 2025 dawns, it brings many hopes, aspirations and prospects for better days. By the grace of God, it will be a year of great promise to fulfill collective desires. Though 2024 posed numerous challenges for citizens and households, he expressed confidence that the new year will bring brighter days as economic indicators point to a positive and encouraging outlook for the nation. Fuel prices have also gradually decreased, and the naira has strengthened against the US dollar, bringing greater stability. We start off in Rivers State as the world ushers in the new year. Some elders in the state have expressed hope that the truce between Governor Simine Alaye Fubara and his predecessor, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, draws to a close, paving the way for a more peaceful and prosperous 2025. Same views are shared by residents who look to the government to take on more developmental projects that will benefit the people. Our correspondent, Deborah Agbalama, reports.
The new year offers a fresh page for stakeholders in Rivers State polity to hope that peace will reign to pave way for more development. Some of them who spoke with us on their expectations for Rivers State include the Secretary to the State Government, Tammy Danagogo, as well as entrepreneur and governorship candidate of the Accord Party in 2023, Dumolulu Briggs. They note that there is only one governor whom they expect all to support for the growth of the state.
There's no way in any state or anywhere there will be more than one governor at a time. There is one governor in Rivers State, and that governor is Asim Fubara. So even God Almighty knows it and has ordained it. The people of Rivers State have accepted it. So whoever says it is just wishful thinking. The governor is the governor of Rivers State. The crisis must stop. Everybody must come to accept the fact that this man has been elected for a term of 4 years, and nothing will stop him from doing 4 years.
You can only have a leader, at the time. When it happens, whosoever that person is, we all just should throw our weight behind him. I was in court. I was even at the Supreme Court, But at some point, I realized that my petition was no longer popular. The people that embraced, the man that we felt didn't win, the elections. I think the people have come to embrace him. That's the legitimacy that you're looking for, So he has it, and no matter what has brought it about, he's the governor. And so we wish Rivers State peace, and then, even those who are not too happy, we just pray that they try to understand what's going on and know that, look, we can't keep fighting.
They also forecast what they expect for the new year, drawing from the pace set by the governor in 2024, despite the turbulence.
2024, we achieved a lot. We had a lot of accomplishments, we had a lot of victories, but 2025, we're expecting far more than what we had in 2024. I believe that Rivers people, 2024, they enjoyed. One thing they enjoyed is good governance, a listening governor, a governor that truly cares for the people. And I believe that most of what he started, for the people of Rivers State will begin to bear fruits.
So much to be done, there's so much hunger. So much hunger. Just go to all our communities. There's so much hunger in Nigeria, so much hunger everywhere. You need, even in states where there's no conflict, the governors are trying to get not distracted. They need 100% of their attention, to face the myriad of issues that are, before them. So we want, Rivers State to have that much opportunity, so that we're going to face our problems, head on.
We also sought the opinion of residents on their expectations going into 2025.
The present governor, Simlaefa, should do something better than what he has done. Indeed, he has done something amazing, but let him do better. We want a peaceful environment. Inflation is too much because when we go to the market, your expectation always when you get to the market is above your expectations, and it's not really pleasing.
The political crisis in the state has persisted for over a year, with numerous related court cases still awaiting resolution, leaving the situation shrouded in uncertainty. Deborah Abalama, Channels Television News.
Staying in Rivers State, the state's governor, Governor Simina Alai Fubara, marked New Year's Eve and crossover celebrations in his hometown, Okpobo, in the Okpobo-Nkoro local government area, accompanied by key government officials, including the Speaker of the pro-government lawmakers, Victor Kojumbo. Governor Fubara attended a service at St. Paul's Anglican Church, Okpobo Town.
Focus, and you will achieve it.
Before delivering his address, an excited Governor Fubara led the congregation in songs of praise, expressing gratitude to God for overcoming the political trials of the past year. He prayed for peace, unity, progress, and rapid development across Rivers State, assuring citizens of his unwavering commitment to governance. Over in Bayelsa State, the state's governor, Senator Diri, has reaffirmed his administration's commitments to fostering development and prosperity in the state. He made this promise during his New Year broadcast at the government's house, Yenagua, where he encouraged indigents and residents to remain hopeful as the government continues to prioritize their welfare and growth. Governor Diri acknowledged the economic challenges of the past year, including the impact of exchange rate depreciation on all sectors. However, he credited his administration's prudent resource management and prioritization of expenditures for significant progress on key legacy projects.
As we begin a new year, I am filled with a sense of hope and optimism, eager to build on the progress we have made and to work assiduously towards a better, brighter, and greater future for our great state. I want to express my gratitude to you, the good people of Bayelsa State, for your trust and confidence. You have my guarantee that you can count on us to work tirelessly and always striving for excellence and never giving up, because we truly believe in the potential of our state, the youths, its people, to thrive and prosper. We acknowledge that the past year was challenging, particularly the country's economic landscape and the exchange rate depreciation that is impacting all sectors of our society.
As the year 2025 begins, Akwa Ibom State's Governor, Pastor Umo Eno, has reaffirmed his administration's commitments to unity among the people of the state, in spite of political differences, even as he continues to work for a better life for the people across all strata of the society. Governor Eno made the remarks in his statewide 2025 New Year broadcast to usher in the new year. Governor Eno says since assumption of office over the last 18 months, his administration has demonstrated sincere commitment to improved fortunes for the people as encapsulated in their Rise Agenda blueprint. He lists numerous achievements in agriculture, education, infrastructural development, healthcare, workers' welfare, tourism, and social welfare, and promises more life-impacting projects in the unfolding year. Areas penciled down for concentration in 2025 include peace and security, education, power supply, small and medium-scale business, Ibom deep-sea ports, and social welfare for the elderly, among others. Governor Eno urges the people to shun anything that would encourage politics of division and self-destruction among the people, but to remain committed to unity across political divides.
We came in with an agenda to engender an agricultural revolution aimed at ensuring food security for our people. On that, I make bold to say that we are right on course. Let me thank you again for heeding our clarion call to return to the farm. From what I have seen and heard, we are very hopeful that in the course of this year, we will experience a bountiful harvest. The work-free farm days observed every first and third Friday of the month are proving effective. The recently announced Arise Home Farm scheme, where 50 individuals who upload a 2-minute video of what they have grown around their homes stand a chance to receive a grant of 500,000 naira each, also has been warmly embraced by our people. God has blessed us with favorable weather all year round, fertile soil. We therefore have no excuse not to produce enough staple food to feed our population, store surplus, and even attempt to export to other parts of the country. The Ibom Model Farm project is ongoing. The farms signposts our determined effort to combine food sufficiency and tourism, and in the process, revolutionize our agricultural practices.
Christians across the country gathered in churches to usher in the new year, and in Asaba Delta State, worshippers at St. Philip's Anglican Church came together for a special service of thanksgiving and praise. As the clock struck midnight, the congregation lifted their voices in worship, expressing gratitude for God's faithfulness through the challenges of the past year. Despite the hardships, they reflected on the blessings that helped them overcome adversity, at the same time expressing hope for a better year.
The atmosphere at the St. Philip's Anglican Church is filled with joy and reverence as members of the congregation offer praise and thanksgiving to God, trusting Him for a brighter future for Nigeria. In his sermon, the officiating minister, Venerable Felix Okonkwo, expressed strong hopes for a better Nigeria, praying for economic recovery, leadership transformation, and unity in the year 2025.
Hunger will not kill you in this land. Hunger will not kill you in this land. Because the Lord is with you. No matter the challenges you are facing, no matter the difficulties you are facing, difficulties may come, challenges may come, but God Almighty will give you victory over them all.
The countdown then begins as they wait in anticipation for the first minute of the new year. This ushers in a powerful praise and worship session where the congregation sing and dance to God.
2025, my expectation is very, I would say I'm expecting much. Completing projects, seeing my children through in the academics.
2024 has been a beautiful year, a wonderful one, with its ups and downs. And hopefully and prayerfully, we pray that 2025 will be better. 2025 will usher in better year, better economy for each and every one of us, for the church, especially for our country, Nigeria.
In the spirit of thanksgiving and prayers for the nation, despite the challenges of the previous year, 2024, there is a renewed hope for a better future, particularly with regards to the Nigerian economy, in order to better the lot of the Nigerian people.
Welcome back. The Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Samuel Ogboku, says the interventionist agency will focus more on rural development in its development policy for 2025. He says rural communities in the oil-rich Niger Delta will witness the presence of more projects ranging from pipe-borne water, health facilities, rural roads, among others. Mr. Agboku, who was speaking during an end-of-the-year media chat at the NDDC headquarters in Port Harcourt, said the Commission will reduce recurrent expenditure in its 2025 budget to provide more funds for rural development and completion of ongoing projects. He called on the people of the Niger Delta to keep faith with the NDDC, saying the current board and management is committed to delivering more developments to the region.
Can we reduce?
The Nigerian Navy says it's committed to improving Nigeria's crude oil production from 1.8 to 3 million barrels per day by December of 2025. The Chief of Naval Staff, Emmanuel Ogala, made this known at the Nigerian Navy ship Pathfinder in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, during the flag-off of Operation Delta Sanity 2. Admiral Ogala further revealed the Navy will be deploying drones to curb crude oil theft and bunkering. Our correspondent, Charles Oporum, reports.
Security operations get onto a fresh start along the nation's waterways as the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Pathfinder base in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, offers the perfect venue to flag off Operation Delta Sanity 2. The event is attended by top military officers and government officials, such as the special guest, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Heineken Nukubiri. In his welcome address, the flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Sahid Akinwande, gives an account of the gains made during Operation Delta Sanity 1.
The achievements of Operation Delta Sanity 1 necessitated the extension of the operation in pursuit of the charge by the Commander-in-Chief regarding the eradication of the threat posed by crude oil theft and illegal oil bunkering and pipeline vandalism in the nation's oil and gas sector. The Chief of the Naval Staff expects that with this extension, Operation Delta Sanity 2 would consolidate the gains of Operation Delta Sanity 1 by solidifying the tactical, operational, and strategic gains made so far.
As the new year begins, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, lays out a new operation as directed by President Bola Tinubu.
For this reason, I charge all participating commands, units and establishments, as well as elements of the Joint Task Force and elements of other security agencies that are cooperating with us to strive towards realizing the desired operational objectives of Operation Delta Sanity 2. I also urge all concerned agencies and stakeholders to improve collaboration with Nigerian Navy to ensure the successes of Operation Delta Sanity 2.
The Navy's special guest reiterates the importance of collaborations to improve the country's crude oil production and grow the economy.
I believe that with this development, we'll be able to address that problem, and that will automatically lead to increase in the number of barrels that will be produced as a country. And that means more money to enable us for our budget, more money for states, federal government, and local governments, more money, for the government of President Bola Tinubu to be able to finance, the critical infrastructure that we need as a country. So this is very, very fundamental.
The minister then proceeds to ceremonially flag off the operation. An assignment done with hope that the country's crude oil production will increase to 3 million barrels per day and the positive effects felt in the economy. Charles Oporum, Channels Television News.
Still talking security, the Nigerian Customs Service Area 2 Command Onair, River State, says it's generated a total revenue of 634 billion naira for the year 2024, surpassing its annual target of 618 billion. The Comptroller, Mohammed Babandede, discussed this during a press briefing in Port Harcourt. He also used the opportunity to display 12 seized 40-feet containers carrying illicit medication with a duty-paid value of 20,309,890,000 naira.
The breakdown of 12 containers, 12 by 40-foot containers, are as follows. 1,721,100 bottles of 100 ml cough syrup with codeine, 510,000 tablets, 50 milligram of really extra diclofenac without NAFDAC registration. Anything that does not have NAFDAC registration is required as or is regarded as a fake product. 7,100,000 tablets of 225 milligram Royal Tramadol and Tramaking. They use items to conceal this dangerous medicine. The items they use are 3,461 packages of sanitary wares, 840 pieces of chili cutters, 153 cartons of TBS rubber.
Over in Cross River State, the state's governor, Governor Bausio II, has reiterated his administration's commitment in ensuring that citizens get the most conducive environment to carry out their designated duties across the state. Speaking during an inspection tour by the special advisor to the governor on general duties, Dr. Ekpeyong Akiba, explained that the essence of the facelift is to ensure that security operatives have a conducive environment to carry out their designated duties. These infrastructure upgrades, which includes both federal and state-owned facilities, are vital in addressing the historical neglect of security offices and buildings.
Governor Bausio II of Cross River State is showing his support for security agencies through infrastructure development for various security agencies' formations. This initiative aims to ensure that essential service providers can work in a conducive environment.
His Excellency have tempered with all the service headquarters, all without mixing words. Is it the Nigerian Navy? Is it the Nigerian Army? Is it the Nigerian Air Force? The Nigerian Police? The Civil Defense? All, both military and paramilitary. The Federal Road Safety Corps will intervene. The Fire Service, there's intervention. The Department of State Security Service, there are interventions. So for me, it is commendable and it is massive. The office spaces are now used for tourist attractions. People are now coming there to take photographs because of how it has been beautified.
Security commanders in Cross River State have commended Governor Otu for his dedicated efforts in improving neglected security infrastructure, expressing confidence in the positive impact it will have on security and emergency preparedness.
Don't just interview me alone. You can sample out from my personnel around. You will see the fulfillment, the happiness, and it's our promise that for a thing like this, a project like this to be carried out in this environment, I think it's a wake-up call to say, I am giving you this. This is what we are expecting from you. And by the special grace of God, we are promising that we will put in our double best to see that the state still remains even calmer than what it is now.
What we have is a reconstruction, a remodeling, and a re-engineering of the office premises. And we want to thank the state government and people of Cross River State for this wonderful support which we have. It has made us to be proud. You can see the environment. We have a very good working environment, and we want to promise the people of Cross River State that we will deliver on our mandate.
The project contractor speaks on the quality of the project, as well as commending the governor for promoting indigenous content.
Our projects that we are currently handling speaks volume. We want to use this medium to also thank His Excellency for coming back home, seeing the need to encourage indigenous contractor. And by the grace of God, we are glad, we are happy, we are encouraged, and that's why we are doing all that we can to reciprocate what His Excellency is trying to do to us.
The people believe Governor Otu's hands-on approach and close collaboration with security agencies reflect his unwavering commitment to the safety and security of the state's residents.
The Olu of Warri, King Ogayeme Otuashe III, has charged Niger Delta youths to be innovative so as to compete favorably with peers on the international stage. The royalty was speaking at his palace in Warri when he hosted Bayelsa-born Prince Iwefa Aganaba following his appointment as African Special Envoy on Youth by the United World Congress of Diplomats. The monarch, while pledging to support the programs of the organization, says the appointment is a recognition of the intellectual capabilities of Niger Delta youths. Speaking to journalists at the palace, Prince Aganaba, who is also a Commonwealth Youth Ambassador, says his office will work closely with the monarch to enhance youth engagement, promote education and skills development, as well as foster inclusive and transformative growth among African youth. And that's where we draw the curtains on the first edition of Newsroom series for the year 2025. Once more, Happy New Year and have a wonderful week.